Hello, welcome in. My name is Pixelriffs. Happy Tuesday. Ignore the message that said Friday. It's actually Tuesday. Didn't mean to cause any temporal displacements for anyone. It said Friday because I launched my stream and changed the stream title from Streamlabs. And that doesn't let you set the Twitch Go Live message. Because why would it? Why would two streaming services ever talk to each other? That would just be sensible. Hello, folks. Thank you so much, Jen, for the raid right at the start of the stream. Welcome on in. Hope you had a good one. Useless Rogue, thank you for gifting a sub. The Dude 1469 gifting 5 subs. Honey Toast with the 19 months. Queen Kiwi with the 32. Lovely to see you all. Hope everyone's doing well. I've got my tea. It's Choppin' Tuesday. I'm ready to gather some resources. We got some stuff done last stream, and it has improved since then, if you can believe it. I've been working on an episode. I apologize that it's been so long since I've had a Minecraft episode of any kind out. The last one was about 3 weeks ago at this point, but it's a little difficult when I've had teeth issues to deal with, which are fine now, but obviously set me back for the rest of that week. I have my Control, Alt, and Windows keys not working. My new keyboard is arriving tomorrow. Thank you, Corrales. And I find it difficult to edit if like my keyboard shortcuts and stuff aren't what they are. If I can't hit the Windows key and I have a full screen application open, it makes it very difficult to like open software that I've forgotten to open, and that's just annoying. And so all in all, it has contributed to me not really getting a great deal of productive stuff done this week. But that's about to change because I have now been gathering some of the stuff that has been kept back from me. It has been hidden from me for a little while. For the next Empire's episodes, I have a great deal more of Rendog's giblets than I used to. So that's a thing. I'm going to need some people to help me with that because I don't know where all of them are at this stage. But I have most of them. So let's get logged in. Ollie is live. I think Jimmy and Joel are online. I think Lizzie was online as well. So, oh yeah, Lizzie's off now, but this lot are online. Ollie's already chatting to me. Hello. Right. We're gonna gather some stuff. Do I have spare shulker shells and then some ingredients? I have seen the big list. Probably. Yeah, I have some shulker shells that I can give him. In that case, I'm probably going to put my headphones on instead of the speakers. Just so he's not all echoey like. There we go. Just got to adjust a couple of things here in the home studio. Alright. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of stuff. He's on his way over, somehow, without fireworks. Probably going to pop through that portal over there. And I need... Do I still have my water source in here after I had to remodel my doorway? Oh, I do. That's nice to have. Give me back my basalt, though. Got to have a full bucket of water. And then I think we'll hop over here so that we can get some paper, since Ollie wants some more fireworks. The Dude 1469, thank you for the 500 bits. Mysterious Crow, Ginger, thank you so much for the resubs. Stellaris, thank you for the resub as well. Gonna manually harvest my sugarcane here, of course. Haven't stolen too much of it from Joey yet, but hey, there's still time. It sure is. Duskmask, thank you so much for the 4 months. I'll probably have to catch up on subs and resubs after Ollie gets here if he's going to be here soon. Not sure what Jimmy's up to either. I don't have my bed on me right now. So I'll have to Oh, yeah. There we go. Somebody else is sleeping. I might grab this one, even though my spawn is probably set there, so that's a concern. Right. There we go. Let's craft the lad some fireworks since he's on his way over. And we can do that here. Lovely.
My boy! Konnichiwa! Pixel Riffs! Wah!
What? Ollie?
Oh, you're there.
Oh.
Sorry, I was looking at the door. Didn't see you.
Can you see a glowing witch?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I've no idea. I just saw that and I thought it was you.
No, I don't glow, and also I don't have a big pointy hat like that. I have a new hat, by the way, very fashionable. But I don't know. Have you been down there? Is it a thing? Have you been
I've no idea.
Is it lore? Everyone else seems to be having lore recently. No one's given me any lore.
Well, I can give you some fireworks if that's what you're here for.
God, that is what I'll Pixel Rift. You do treat me so well.
I mean, I try.
I have a really big shopping list, Pix.
I'm having to do this really deliberately because my control key doesn't work. So to drop a stack of items, I have to use a right control, and it's like.
Have you still not got your new keyboard yet?
No, it's gonna arrive tomorrow.
Boss man.
Yeah.
That's good. I also, if you have any shulker chests, please.
Yes, yeah, no, I do.
Cool.
The summon here.
That will help me figure out how many things on my shopping list I have actually got.
Yeah. I did hop into the stream earlier. I saw the big list. So you need a lot of deep slate and stuff, yeah?
Deep slate, yeah. And I've established now that I had a lot of deep slate and not a lot of cobble deep slate. And cobble deep slate is the one I needed. So it's a struggle for me.
Right, yes.
Do you have any wood so I can make these into actual chests?
I got loads of chests left over, I think, from building this place.
Yeah, Popper's one over.
There's a few in here I can give you. Here you go.
Oh, I was just going to steal them, but thank you, boss man. Okay, I'll come to you.
Think of it as stealing with permission. I have a ton of cobble deep slate in here.
Okay.
So that's all there. I'm going to be doing some building at spawn as well, and I'm building my cliff right now.
That's all the cobble deep slate I need. That's perfect. That'll cover me. I reckon.
that entire double chest. Yeah, I mean, take as much as you want from that.
Wait, does this auto farm? How is it refilling?
It's got a second chest up top, and it all like filters in by.
Oh,
by
so
hopper.
you still have to fill it up manually, but then it brings it down from a second
Yeah, I mean,
spot.
There's water streams behind all of these walls that like it all gets auto sorted if I drop it in the chest at the top. But yeah.
God, you're technical.
I'm a bit of a technical boy.
He's a bit of a bloody nerd, is what he is.
Yeah.
Very nice, very good. Okay, that's good on the cobblestone front. I feel like you won't have mangrove because it doesn't suit your palette.
I probably farmed some mangrove, but I don't know how much I have. Let me see. Oh, I've got a bit of that. How much do you need? Is it logs or planks?
Well, I'm now out of range of my schematics, so I don't have the shopping list anymore. I think it was 300. I had 50 mangrove stripped logs, and I needed 350 mangrove stripped logs.
Okay.
So probably like 6 stacks or 5 stacks.
Yeah.
And then I also had a lot of planks I needed to get, but
put down a shulker box, and I'll throw some stuff in there.
Oh yeah, pop it in. This can be the mangrove one.
Yeah, there you go. And
nani? Just doing some Japanese, you know me.
I've got a handful of planks and slabs and stuff in here if you want those.
I would say pop everything in that you don't need, and I'll pay you back one day in dividends.
All right.
I also need a little bit of warped stem. Can I borrow like half a stack of this? Because I just need it.
Oh yeah, half a stack's fine. That stuff's really annoying to farm unless you've got an auto farm for it. But
I do not.
It's I'm not building much with those. So
nice. Yeah, I think that was all the interesting blocks. I think. Actually, I lied. It's calcite. It's calcite that I need the most.
Right. Okay.
And I feel that's a hard one to find, isn't it?
It's all right actually. Like come down this way because I think I might have some. It's something I'm planning on using a lot, but I will show you where to find it.
You would treat me in these cold winter months
to some cold wintry blocks. Oh yeah, I've got loads of it in there.
Legend alert. Okay,
how much of it do you need?
Without the list, hard to tell.
Yeah. So take a couple of stacks.
The whole of the middle of the building is white. It's like so I would assume like 1,000.
Oh, okay, right. So you're looking at like
I'm looking at a big loan. Picks.
2 rows of that, basically. Yeah.
I would say 2 rows would cover me pretty good, and then anything else I'd be able to find.
Yeah. So if you've got that third shulker box, throw that down.
It's down. Is that the wrong one? Hold on.
That's the deep
that
slate
one.
one.
Nope. Is it this one? It's the middle one.
It's the middle one. Okay, cool. So we'll give you 2 rows of this, and I'm going out looking for a mountain biome to do some mining. So I'll try and find one that has a big vein of calcite in it, and then I can build with that. And then if you need some more, there's probably going to be some more here.
Thank you, Pix. You've given me such a treat today. Today's stream was going to be a lot of me just wandering around trying to find these things and failing. This has become a lot more productive.
Yeah. I mean, you're either in debt to me or the goblins, and I think I'm the better of the two, so...
I agree. I agree, because you just like history.
Yes.
That's your thing.
And you're over here.
And I said you could have the egg eventually, which that'll happen maybe one day.
Yeah, about that. How's that going?
Good, really good. Don't even worry about it. Don't even question it. Don't watch the episode. That's what I'd say. Oh, what else? I feel like I came over here for something else. Oh, yeah. Come up to the top, Pix. Come up to the top. I believe the other day when you were live, I came to you about a bridge that maybe, because you're the bridge guy. You're the bridge guy.
I am the bridge guy.
And I've got a bridge that I would like to request your assistance with.
Is that not what you're building all of this with?
No.
I thought that was...
No.
Oh. Okay.
This is a separate thing, Pigs. This is the main thing. The bridge is actually like the second thing. The second most important thing of the things that I'm building.
Okay, good.
I'm catching up with everyone else's building in the space of one video, Pix. So essentially, it's a lot of material gathering is what it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, I've got something similar going on around here with, like, building this massive cliff.
I saw it. Yeah, looks cool. Very Lingrave. Not Lingrave. What's the thing in...
Yeah.
Limgrave, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm planning on adding a lot to the top of this, but that's not going to happen for a little bit.
Is someone else? Is this still the same alarm that I set off the other day? Have you not stopped it?
Oh, was that you? Oh, okay. I was thinking about investigating this because the
Yeah, no, I just flew over the top of this defense system. This was... I went in to gather some stuff from my mega base because I thought I might have some deep slate, and it just set off a bunch of bells, so I flew off.
Yeah, so when people break in here now, it sets off an alarm and drops a security door, so...
well, it did that. The security door does have a design flaw that maybe you should bring Joe Hills back to fix.
Yeah, well, the rift is closed now, so unfortunately that's unlikely to happen, but
he's always going to be with us, and I think that's beautiful.
The bell ringing constantly might explain why that witch was glowing, though, which is pretty... I mean, that's wrapped everything up neatly with a bow. I have no more questions.
Would that prompt the witch? Wait, why would the witch be that?
It does that with raids. Like, if you ring a bell and it shows you where any of the raid mobs are, like, it'll do that with pillagers. Witches are part of raids as well, so yeah, it does that. That's part of the functions.
Neato. That's cool. Well, there you go. That answers the question.
Yeah.
I just leave that going. It's weird you can't hear it from this distance. I guess.
Yeah, bells have quite a short range, which is nice because then I can't hear it in my entire base.
But it also means that people will just be randomly walking through and then just get jump scared by a bell.
Yeah, I'll probably go and switch it off eventually. But as long as you didn't take anything that wasn't already yours, then
I have no need for anything else in there but my mega base.
All right, fair enough.
Wait, so how does the path lead up then? Does it go? Is it? Because you have the big road, right? And then
I've not built that part yet. I'm just working on where everything is now, and then I'm gonna do like a couple of boulders that you can climb up, and then one organized path, and like a couple of other bits.
Can you do a thing like where you go on a horse and it shoot you up with like Elden Ring, like you jump really high up that cliff? Can you do like a water one, but make it not look like a water one?
I could probably do that with like slime blocks or something, like a slime block launcher. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah,
like
do that. That'd be cool.
Spring. Yeah,
I think make it really Elden Ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming Elden Ring with Zoy XP tomorrow.
I tried to sneak in and you said no.
Yeah, and I said we're gonna summon you when we fight Melania, which
I've not even fought Melania in my own state.
Well, it'll be an education for all of us then. But
okay.
Like, yeah. No, we're going to summon you like the one guy with the jar on his head who just solos Melania.
I'll solo him.
We're just going to sit back and let you do all the fighting.
I'll try. I don't know how to set it up, but I'd be down because the multiplayer mod seems cool, and my other friends don't play Elden Ring, so I'm in need of you, Pixel Riffs.
How far did you get? Did you actually like complete the game, or did you just
I've completed the game in regards to I know all the lore from watching Varty Vidya. I've played up till I beat Moog.
Oh, okay,
Not-
right. So
not
you
Moog.
got
Wait,
pretty far.
Is Moog the blood one? No, I built. I killed the king.
Moog is the blood one.
No, I didn't get to kill Moog then. I killed the king at the top of the gold bit, and then I was at the mountain of the giants, and I hadn't beaten the fire giants, so I hadn't burnt the tree yet, or done any of that stuff.
Morgoth
Yeah,
is
I did
what you got
Morgoth.
to. Okay, right, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm a little.
Okay.
I'm still quite a bit from finishing, I imagine.
Yeah, no,
I was kind
there's
of in
like
the
half
boss
the game
rush
left.
section.
Yeah.
Half the game.
Well, there's a lot of the game.
I did
Yeah,
all
I mean-
of Rani's questline. I was very into
okay, cool.
Rani questline.
Yeah, Rani Questline's great.
Because I wanted the sword, and I got the sword, and I got
Yeah,
Blythe's
yeah.
head to wear as my cool hat.
Oh, I let Blythe go. I just like, when he attacks you afterwards, I ran away, and I was just like, I don't want to kill him. It feels
I
too
thought you
bad.
had to kill him to complete it. Wait, either
mean-
way, I think they die at the end anyway, because I think the outfits drop around the map still.
Maybe, I don't know, but like, yeah, I didn't fight him. I just I let him go.
I wanted to prove I was sick, and I was.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But okay. Well, yeah, the bridge is it's gonna be not as big as the other project I'm doing. I've sent you the pictures of kind of what I'm looking for.
Yes,
And
yes, you
that's
did.
one of the places I'm going to be visiting in Japan. So I'm just trying to get ahead of that.
Right,
Stream is
yeah.
non-canon. For the video side of stuff, they're just going to assume that I haven't built any of it and I'm building it live.
Yes.
in front of them in the video. But we don't have to start that yet. But I think it will require your assistance to get the shape.
Yeah. No, I will get a bunch of resources from today's strip mining, and I'll probably be able to put some of those towards the bridge. So
That would be
yeah.
very poggers. And in return, I'll do a funny bit where I come to you and I beg for your assistance, and that will be the people will love it.
Yeah,
The
I'm
people
sure they
love
will.
it, Pix. Oh gosh. Well, I think that should be everything. I think we're
All right.
good. I'll see you later, boss man. Thank
Enjoy
you.
your resources.
Goodbye.
Off he goes. All right. So that was today's Ollie visitation. How's everyone doing? Jen, thank you for the Prime sub. Scooby, thank you for the gifting that sub. Duskmask, thank you for the 4 months. I think I'm all caught up on alerts. Hope you guys enjoyed the hype train. And yeah, I think we got away with that without giving him too much stuff, except, 2 rows of calcite. But hey, what can you do? Let's throw a bit of stuff in a chest. Like, yeah, we don't really need to keep that around. I'll keep the gunpowder on me, because gunpowder is in short supply over here right now. And then, yeah, just gonna need to go and use the raid farm again, probably. Then I have an extra stack of firework rockets, because I can't inventory, apparently. And yeah, we'll go looking for a calcite mountain. I think I know where some are. Or at least I know where we started one last time. I will take down that beacon and bring that with us. And we can leave some of this other stuff here. Like, we got barrels and chests, and Ender chest needs to come with us. Golden apple is kind of whatever. Yeah. And we got some coal so we can craft torches. Yeah, that'll do. Gunpowder's been a consistent issue for all the Empire's members. Yeah, that's because we started with Jimmy making a gunpowder farm, and he made 2 layers of a creeper farm that makes a stack every hour. And then the hermits came, so we didn't have a problem with gunpowder after that. Not to throw shade at Jimmy, because he's, not pretending to be a technical guy or anything, but yeah, the gunpowder farm is not that productive. Jimmy had a lot of gunpowder as of yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I dare say he's found a lot of gunpowder. But we go through gunpowder when we've got a server full of people wearing elytra. I got some golden carrots. Perfect. We can leave the pork chops here then. And that should do it. Doesn't Joey also have a creeper farm? Yes, Joey does also have a creeper farm. So I think they have some sort of alliance. Joey's creeper farm is better. And Lizzie and Fwip made a massive one. Oh, did they? Okay, I didn't know about that one. But then there's like 5 good gunpowder farms now then, because Hermitopia has the general mob farm and the raid farm is really good for gunpowder, so not the biggest issue. Let's head this way. Oh, let's take down the beacon first. I did say I was going to do that. Joey's got improved with by Azuma when they were here. I think it was just lighting the area up and stuff, right? Apparently Jimmy is gathering gunpowder for something big. Oh, that sounds ominous. Have I watched any TCG from the Hermits? I mean, I do the Hermitcraft recap, so I can't really avoid it. I haven't watched any of the episodes that are just TCG matches, because that's kind of its own thing, and honestly, I don't think we really need to watch those for the recap, because the only thing that happens in them is people play and win or lose TCG. But I think it's a very cool project. I always thought it was going to be successful. I mean, it's modeled after one of the world's best-selling trading card games, and obviously part of that is because it's Pokemon. But, you know, people still play the Pokemon TCG, and it works pretty well for them. Jodo Aldayman, thank you so much for the 6 months. Blondie, thank you for the 37. The Brain of Mars, thank you for the 100 bits. Have I played TCG Online? No. I mostly play Marvel Snap right now, if I want any kind of trading card game or collectible card game. But no, I've not been participating in the online version. Gonna grab like 1 iron ingot or 1 emerald or something from storage. Any plans of trying the TCG? Not really. My favorite matches have been the ones on stream. They tend to be sillier than the recorded ones. Yeah, fair play. Once we get to the strip mine area, I'm probably going to take my headphones off again because it's more comfortable that way. Any plans on playing the new Zelda game when it comes out? Tears of the Kingdom. I will probably try it, but I'm not going to be playing it on stream. I love Breath of the Wild, but I have too much other stuff I want to do right now. So I might pick it up, like, not on release, but maybe a couple of months later if I want something to play on Switch. Scooby, thank you for gifting that sub, and Broken Physics with the 25 months. Excited for Trails and Tales now and know everything that's in it, as well as any updates Mojang gives us. Yeah, I'm still hoping they add a bit more stuff to the archaeology feature, but obviously once we can find sniffer eggs that way, it'll be more desirable anyway. And I'm hoping for more plants from the sniffer as well. But they're still taking feedback on those features in both Bedrock and Java, so I'm hopeful that we'll get a little bit more from both of them. Alright, so here's the mountains where we got a lot of our strip mining done initially, but I think beyond this, there was one of those mountains that has a vein of calcite in, which should still, yep, still has quite a lot in it. That's great. We'll pop the beacon down here, we'll grab a lot of this, because I think you have to have a haste to insta-mine it. Oh no, you can insta-mine it with just efficiency 5, that's perfect. I'll grab a ton of this. When I eventually get a Switch, I'm going to have so many games to catch up on. Yeah, it's quite a nice little library of games they have on there now. Honestly, there are a couple of games on there that are available on other platforms that I would just play on Switch anyway because they're good games and it's nice to have them on the go. Like Celeste I have on Steam, but I also bought it on Switch because it's a really good mobile game. Not mobile, but you know what I mean. A good portable game. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Yeah, the calcite breaking sound is quite nice at this speed. Yeah, we're easily going to make back like 1,000 or so from this, so how much Ollie needs, we will have a little spare if he needs more. Plan on making any lore-based locations for other empires, or are you focusing on your own for the time being? I still have plans for a couple of them, but I'm trying to balance that with my own stuff, and the problem with the lore stuff is that if I'm making a video about it, it can't come out until after I've, you know, given the other person's video at least a week, so we're not, like, instantly spoiling, oh yeah, I built this. So I'm holding back on that stuff for now because I want to do my own stuff, and I haven't made a video for a while. I could use the laser to collect the calcite, but the problem is, for a start, I've left them back at home. So I'd have to go and get them at this stage. But also, I find that flying around with allays like this, they tend to get left behind quite quickly. Like, you can very easily fly and leave them in unloaded chunks, because they don't fly as fast as the player does a lot of the time, or they take a little while to react to the player getting too far away. We're also, this server is still on 1.19. We haven't updated to any of the dot releases for 1.19, so we don't have any of the, like, improvements that they've made to allays. We can't duplicate them. And I think in more recent versions, they actually react a little bit faster to the player, whereas now they don't in 1.19 Prime, so... No, I wanted that. Put the emerald away. Thank you. We'll put that in this one. Yeah, we're getting there. I think we'll leave this over here. Watch me forget where that is, because it's a grey shulker box on a grey material. We'll sleep in a second. But we'll be able to gather tons more. Probably a full shulker box to take home. Really like you don't go so far into the lore as some of the others. I like sausage, but the level of lore that man goes to is too much for me. I think we can provide a range of that on Empires. That's the thing about the server. Like, some people aren't as into the storytelling side of things. Some people just, like, eat that stuff up. So, happy to provide both. I think Minecraft has a tremendous amount of potential as a storytelling medium, and that's clearly something that the Mojang team is aware of with the theme of this latest update. But I think, I don't know, I enjoy watching other people tell stories more than I enjoy telling the stories directly, but I like world building, so I feel like that's really playing to my strengths this season. Commissar, thank you for the 18 months. There was a little hype train earlier, but there'll be another one at some stage, and there are many ways to contribute. Appreciate the resub regardless. Does my empire have a name, or is it just the ancient capital? For now, it's just the ancient capital. I might come up with a name that it used to have or whatever, but that name is now lost to time, and I kind of like that. I also like the idea of giving stuff a name that isn't just, like, a made-up word, you know what I mean? Like, it's got some sort of resonance to it. Like, Sausage's place being called Sanctuary is a really neat idea, because it conveys an idea and a feeling without it being, you know, Mythlands 2.0 or whatever. Without just taking part of your username and adding land or Ia or, you know, Ipelago on the end of it. Wish you had a calcite vein near you. I mean, fly around, find one. If you don't have a Elytra, get a Elytra. You can find them pretty easily in, like, jagged peaks. I think that's what this is called. Stony peaks, rather. And if you get lucky and have a large vein like this, then there's enough to keep you going for potentially years. Depending on what your project is, but... KL Potter, thanks so much for the tier 1 sub. Brand new sub to the channel. Enjoy that emote and your sub badge. Welcome to the Pixels. And Scooby, thank you for gifting a sub. Closest Stony Peak is like 18k blocks away. Build a nether portal. Get the subspace bubble advancement while you're there.
Well, that's just prime.
Don't like how this... I do like how this forms in a vein and not a blob. Wish they do that more in Minecraft. Yeah, I would like that. But then it also has that Minecraft thing of like, hey, give the player something to do. And I think if the landscape looked perfect already, we'd have no reason to terraform. So I kind of like the idea of gathering granite or diorite or whatever and adding veins of it to the landscape yourself as a terraforming project. If it looks kind of blobby, it feels video gamey, but then that encourages you to try and make it look less video gamey if that's your aesthetic. I think we'll leave it at that. We've not quite got a full shulker box, but I also like the idea of leaving enough for me to come back for later. Although there's a fair amount there. Yeah, maybe we'll finish the shulker box just for the completion's sake. I am still sprinting with backslash, by the way. But that's been working out okay for me. How much do we need? Like another 16 or so. What we got there should be fine. I'll make sure we didn't miss any dropped blocks. I think we're good. Just to make sure it doesn't despawn on us. There we go. 8 left over. We'll put that back. Oh, hang on. That's that goes down to my old strip mine. And now I've dropped a block of calcite down there, so I'll have to go back for that. Yeah, this was the area we dug out and we found deep dark everywhere, which is only natural because we're digging under mountains. There we go. So yeah, as I mentioned to Ollie, and I mentioned this on Twitter as well, so for folks who weren't aware of this, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a bonus Wednesday stream, which is going to be an 18+ stream. Not because I'm going to be slinging swear words around or anything, but because myself and ZloyXP, who I do the Hermitcraft recap with, are going to be playing a co-op mod version of Elden Ring. So we are going to be exploring Elden Ring for his first time playing. I've beaten the game. I haven't beaten absolutely like 100%ed everything, but I've beaten the game once or twice now, and I really want to get like more people I know to play it because I think it's a really cool game. And so we're going to be starting later than usual. It's going to be a 6 p.m. start time, UK time. And yeah, we're going to be playing through a bunch of Elden Ring. If that sounds like your thing, with obviously, like I said, a caveat that it's going to be a mature rated stream because of the content of the game. It's going to be something a little different, and I'm probably not going to be able to read chat as much because I'm going to be guiding Zloy through the game and trying not to die. But it would be cool if people showed up. We're going to be streaming together in the same game. Why does that make the stream 18+? Because the game is incredibly violent. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of like horror elements to it, and honestly, if you play that game under the age of 18, I imagine there's some fairly traumatic stuff in there. But yeah, there's some parts of the game which are really not like suitable for kids. So here's a mountain we have not strip mined under, to my knowledge. There's a lot of goats. So I think we're going to start here. And we'll probably, I think, start, if not at sea level, then let's do some cave diving. Oh, there is deep dark under this one. Great. But that's fairly low down, right? So what are we at right now? 13? Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll need to... Hello. We'll need to dig down from the surface anyway to get the beacon set up. So I think we will... yeah, we might as well dig down from the surface. But I think we'll start that more like here, and then that way we'll still get the mountain biome in the vague area that we're in. Have I seen the New Life series? I have not. I know it exists, obviously, but I have not typically made a habit of watching those. I don't watch too much Minecraft stuff outside of Hermitcraft, occasionally other videos from the folks here on Empires, and other stuff that I feel like is just helpful to watch, you know? But yeah, I don't tend to watch the life stuff. Yeah, we can set up the beacon here. That works. $13. Need to turn hostile mob sounds back up. Been at the Enderman farm. Okay, so right here. Get rid of all of these. Looking for an ancient city the first time later today. Is it always under snow mountains or meadow mountains? Deep Dark is typically under mountain biomes. Ancient City Generation just requires Deep Dark, and the game needs to decide to spawn an city there, an ancient city there, which is less reliable. Like, they're not really guaranteed, but there's a chance for one to be basically anywhere there's Deep Dark, because it has to clear out a ton of space underground to even start the city, so it's not like there has to be a bunch of cave space to begin with. It's usually it'll clear out the space on world generation when it creates one. But I presume it might look for an area where the structure can start with that gateway that's got like the 3 loops on it. So maybe you have to have a cave that's large enough for that. But most caves down at that level are going to be. Me wanting to live in meadows because they're pretty, but not wanting anything to do with the warden in early game. I mean, you're not going to have to worry too much about that. And you can also just not go mining under your own house. Oh, now we have an iron ingot from that zombie. Even better. Didn't need to spend the emerald. Right. We can go up a little bit if we want to carve out some more stone. Obviously, if we go down a little bit, there is tough before we hit the skulk. And the first thing I want to do is get some chests on the go, so that we can drop stuff in here and then decide how much of it we want to shulker later. And then I want to get my headphones off. Yeah, I think this will do. This is a good spot. Bear with me. There we go. Much more comfortable. Oh, my ears can breathe again. Let's light some of this up. We'll turn the gamma up slightly as well. A lot of iron around here, which I don't necessarily need. But I think we'll start by digging down a little bit. Level just above deep slate, which is going to be around 7 or 8. Yeah, more like 8 really, isn't it? Once again, the goal here is to get natural resources like stone rather than the precious stuff like iron and copper. So if we can grab that stuff, it's fine, but if I cover over it, then don't worry, I'm not like missing resources or something. I'm just not in desperate need of a lot of those. Especially copper. Like the raw blocks are nice to have, but we can also farm some of the copper ingots and everything. Artie, thank you for the 4 months. We also had Scooby gifting 2 more subs and Dravot, or Dravo, depending on how French you're feeling, I suppose. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Love to see those brand new subs rolling in. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome to the Pixels. Kind of forgot it was Tuesday. Oh, it's fine. My go live message said it was Friday, so it's because I didn't change it from last time I streamed. So everyone was confused at the beginning of the stream anyway. Alright, we'll throw all of this stuff in here. The zombies are really trying it today. I assume there's just a couple of easy spots that they can run over from over here. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of us were more hopeful than confused. Yeah, right. What am I digging for? Resources. Basically building blocks at this point. Got a lot of building to do, you need a lot of resources to do that. There's an airport employee who basically doesn't know what day it is anymore. I believed it was Friday too. I don't know if anyone really knows what day it is anymore. The days of the week are all just kind of made up anyway, so... Blame the Romans for that one. Falling asleep thanks to relaxing chopping sounds. I feel like this should just be like an ASMR video or something. I imagine somebody's already done that. Minecraft ASMR. 1 hour of mining blocks with a haste 2 beacon, no commentary. Since it's Friday, maybe play some Bingo later. Hey, Bingo Friday is Bruno's thing, not mine. Can't wait to find that again later when we insta-mine the blocks above it. Been enjoying Marvel Snap? I have, yeah. I just bought the Battle Pass for the second month of playing it. I guess I'm kind of bought in a little bit now, but I've been enjoying it enough that I feel like the kind of support the devs option of giving them a tenner for the month is kind of nice. Will I upload the Bingo VODs to YouTube? Probably at some point, yeah. I'm really behind on my VODs, but I need to just dump them all on the VODs channel at some stage.
Well, that's just prime.
The 2 high ceilings helps you sprint jump around like this. So there's actually some functional advantages to it. Silver pens, excited for the chill cozy vibes today. Got coffee, crochet, and all settled in for chilling. Very nice. Sounds like you're well prepared. Yeah, I just needed a bunch of natural stone since I've used up basically all of it, making that cliffside over at the ancient capital now. So we're going to be doing a lot of resource gathering. I might try and get some tough while I'm here. Go down to deep slate levels, try and avoid deep dark. Stretch a little bit. Ugh. I've been sleeping well but going to bed too late. So I feel like I just need to stretch constantly throughout the day. Been playing Skyblock World lately and forgot how relaxing mining like this is. Yeah, somebody in the chat earlier, sorry if I missed it at the time, asked whether I was planning on doing any more Skyblock, and the answer to that for now is no, just because I have a bunch of other stuff I want to do. I'm still, despite not having made videos for a little bit, still really committed to doing stuff on Empires, and I want to get back into Survival Guide soon, so I'm not looking to start any new series right away. But, yeah, I honestly thought I'd be back in Survival Guide before now, but just, like, keyboard issues and not being able to edit properly and stuff has just kind of delayed that, unfortunately. Yeah, we can start putting the natural stone away in shulkers, I think. If I just put my ender chest down over here. That one's already got, like, dirt and stuff in it. So we'll grab a handful of this, stash that in there. That should be full now. Yeah, great. And we'll put that away. I'll see what's in this. Okay, yeah, we can chuck out stuff like the wheat seeds. The rest of that I really want to keep. But that can maybe be where we put some of the extra stone blocks, the ore blocks. Miscellaneous gubbins. And I do have all of these shulker boxes which are empty, so I don't have to go back as soon as I've filled up the grey ones. Even though the grey ones are like stone, you know? How many blocks can you get the beacon effects for? It's a radius or like a square of 50 by 50. Or no, it's 50 blocks out from the beacon beam, so I guess it's more like 100 by 100. What's the name for a radius, but when it's across the point from the center of a square to the outside? Is that still a radius? So I feel like radii only really apply for circles. I need a good word for that. Mathematicians? Anybody interested in geometry? Anybody good with loci? I mean, diameter is the distance across a circle from one side to the other. Does that apply to squares? Like the distance from basically the center of the block to there. Is that still a radius? The radius of a square is equivalent to 1/2 of its diagonal. Yeah, so that's a different distance to that because it's like a different side of the triangle, right? Yeah, too much maths. Too much maths now. I'm sorry for bringing it on you. Bear818, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. What were you folks up to today? Welcome on in, folks. Today we're gathering resources on Empire's SMP. This is a private whitelisted server full of fantastic content creators. You might be familiar with us if you're Hermitcraft fans. Just playing Minecraft, it was good. Hey, glad to hear it. Got any big projects on the go right now, or are you just playing to have fun? Playing to play? Start stashing the natural stone in a different chest for the minute. Gonna do TCG practice, decided to just build instead. Yeah, fair play. The fact that there's an online TCG now is just really funny to me. I think it's really cool. reality, all polygons with sides of equal length have a radius. Oh, okay. These are questions that I never thought I'd need to know from, like, learning maths in school. And suddenly I'm best known for building in a block game that mostly involves cubes. I'm like, dang it. Foiled again by my own ambition. Nice amount of deep slate coal here, which is why I'm digging out this coal vein in the first place. I need some of that for builds. Deep slate coal is a really cool transitional block if you want to use it for that. Sometimes I'm going to do a rematch against X at some point. Don't want to be destroyed as badly as before. Every day I'm thankful I'm done with math classes. Hey, same. Even though I feel like right now I would have so much more patience for a lot of those concepts, I'm saying that removed from the reality of actually having to do them, you know? Like, I want to say I'd be a better student now just because I feel like I have a bit more patience and my priorities are different as an adult, but you're also supposed to be better at learning when you're a child because of your brain still growing and everything, so, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like school as an environment is also a valuable one, but sometimes people don't necessarily learn at their best in the school format that we have right now, which is really just designed to teach as many children as efficiently as possible without focusing on individual kids' needs and the way people learn. Teachers do a fantastic job despite that, but there are a lot of children. Definitely dealing with the quantity of speed over quality of education issue in the US, yeah. I think most school systems suffer from that. But, again, it's just trying to allocate resources and having a limited budget to do that and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's all the reality of it is. Yeah, everyone's got different school experiences that they're sharing in the chat. I'm trying my best to, like, read some of them, but I can't have too much input in that stuff these days. Are there any other coal veins around here that I missed? I think I got the major one. Like I said, I'm in a weird position where deep slate coal is actually quite a desirable block for me right now. Wouldn't mind the redstone as well. I'll take that. It's a huge issue surrounding league table results and exam results where anything can be done to make the results look better will be done. Yeah, yeah. You end up with the unfortunate issue of valuing the school's image over the practicalities of kids' education. Ooh, little cheeky vein of 2 emerald ore. I love the fact that you can find emerald ore in larger veins now. Dr. Becquerel, thanks so much for the 8 months. Welcome in.
Well, that's just prime.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Teachers are vastly underpaid for the importance that they have in society. I'll switch to getting cobblestone after this. I also want to get hold of a lot of moss, so we can make a lot more mossy cobblestone for the stuff I'm about to build, so we might end up switching to mining that later and grab a ton of bone meal. Did an apprenticeship starting at the end of my 20s. There was a huge difference between older students and people who just turned 18 through 20 at school. Yeah, there were a couple of like mature students at my music college that I went to where I studied, and honestly I think they had a better head on their shoulders than some of the kids who were just out of 6th form college. Creeper just dropped down there? Yeah, the creeper just riding the waterfall. I'm having a good day? I am, yeah. It's not too bad. I got a whole bunch done towards my next Empires video. So hopefully that should be arriving on, I want to say Thursday at this point. I need to get hold of Fwip later to see if we can record a clip together, but outside of that, most all of it is done. This is the other problem with not mining with Silk Touch. Oh, and they're outside of the beacon radius. But yeah, I'm having a good week in general. Just fortuned some emerald ore. That happened a little faster than I hoped. I feel like so often my mood on any given week or on any given day of the week can be quite closely tied to how much food we have in the house. I just love the days right after you've done a big grocery shop when you have so many options for what to eat. Gonna come up with so many silverfish heads from this. What's my favorite snack? The thing I have the most frequently is probably like a couple of biscuits with a cup of tea. But I don't know. I'll snack on crisps and the usual sort of stuff, but I try not to do it too much. Friday means a full fridge for you? Yeah, that's a good feeling. Got a couple of good options for dinner tonight. Been doing salmon teriyaki with rice. Always a tasty option. Just bought pickle crisps for the first time, as in, like, pickled gherkin, or as in, like, Branston pickle. Biscuits sound so much more civilized than cookies. Well, the funny thing is, biscuits, I think, comes from a French term that means they're baked twice. Or maybe that's just, like, there is a French term that means baked twice, but that's, like, what we think of as biscuits. And, I feel like half the time in the US, you have cookies that are, like, barely even baked, because they're, like, still soft. So I feel like there's genuinely a bit of a difference. Like, biscuits are meant to be, like, the harder kind of things. Which is why we end up dunking them in tea to soften them. But I feel like, yeah, stuff like Oreo cookies or whatever just gets lumped into the same category, but... yeah, once again, outside of beacon radius. Just, like, walked over here with the beacon effect still active. Soft cookies are the best cookie. I mean, I'm not debating that. I just think that's the major difference between the British use of the terminology. Virgil Steve, thank you so much for the tier 1. Mr. Beardstone, welcome back. Thank you for the 39 months supporting the channel. You absolute legend. Hope you're well, buddy. We also had Dragonic Hero with the Prime sub earlier. Sorry if I missed that one. Now I'm craving snickerdoodles. We usually make those around Christmas. So I think of them as a Christmas cookie. Looking while working as usual. Hey, don't work too hard. Appreciate you stopping by. To work in food, and we had these frozen cookie dough pucks that got baked into cookies. Used to melt them in the microwave to make a super goopy hot cookie dough. Oh my goodness. Sounds decadent. A person, bunch of numbers. Thank you so much for the brand new tier 1 sub to the channel. Have some ginger snaps upstairs. Maybe I should go get some. Oh, I'm encouraging people now. We've got people on the snack train. What are snickerdoodles? They're a basic sugar cookie. At least the ones that we make are. People might have different names for them, but... my partner can tell you more about those than I can. I'm not really the expert. It's all aboard the snack train. It's like the hype train, but tastier. Yeah, dipped in cinnamon sugar, yes, yes. Sounds familiar. I don't have any SMP recommendations. I was a 10-year-old server that recently shut down. Oh, sorry to hear that. But, as far as public servers go, I do think, a good place to start is the MC servers Reddit page. Because they often have, like, you know, recruitment notices posted there for public SMPs or private SMPs if you're looking to make like YouTube content and stuff. There's a lot of people starting or asking for new members for like Hermitcraft like servers, I guess. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't tend to play too many public servers, so I don't really know the best places to go other than looking there. Bought these biddies with my dog's college fund. She's now barking at me because she cannot get an education. Hey, educating your dogs is important, though. Gotta make sure they can understand you. You have a good communication. Stretching all kinds of ways now. I use MC servers, it's probably the best option. Yeah, I think everyone's just nice and upfront about what they're looking for in new members, and usually things are they're kept fairly professional, I guess you could say. Ooh, nice little pocket of resources here. Bit of lapis as well. I'll take that. We might leave the granite behind. I'm not that interested in working with granite. Starting a bit of a conga line here. Missed the days when modded Minecraft servers could be found in bulk. Honestly, I'm surprised modded hasn't seen too much of a resurgence lately, because that typically happens when people are waiting for a new update. Like with 1.20 on the way, but no release date announced yet. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a ton of people starting like modded Skyblock playthroughs and whatever else. There are obviously some folks who play modded like more than they play vanilla, so they've always got something on the go, but yeah, still kind of a surprise to me. Yeah, we are now starting to really fill this up. Let's move some of these. This was our miscellaneous, wasn't it? I keep seeing stuff falling down that waterfall. It's hilarious to me. Oh, this one's got a sword. Enchanted, no less. For anybody confused, that guy had Thorn's armor, but we have invisible armor running on this server as like a resource pack. There's not a zombie spawner nearby. I mean, there might be, but it seems unlikely that these zombies are coming from there. More just that I'm on my own in this area. I have a lot of mobs spawning around me because of natural server mob cap. If there was a zombie spawner around here, we would have dug into it at this point. Got a bit of andesite in one of those stacks. There we go. I guess we'll take back some of the andesite, gravel. Maybe a little diorite as well. Can see us mixing diorite in with the calcite and stuff, probably. Alright, let's keep digging. Still snowing in my part of the world. I really want some spring to be able to sit outside again. Dude, same. I'm really looking forward to it being spring weather around here. If nothing else, just for, yeah, wanting to get outside, like feeling motivated to leave the house. I want to go cycling again. It's too cold to do that around here right now. I mean, if I really wanted to go, I could go, you know, right? Like, I could probably just suck it up and put on a warm jersey and head out, but I want to go cycling on the track, and if it's been raining, I don't really want it to be, like, slick and wet. Not great for road bikes. Get the cross bike out again, maybe. I don't know if anybody lives in the... In my community lives in the kind of northern Spain, southern France region around, like, Basque country, but if anybody does or has been there and can give us recommendations for places to go, that would be absolutely incredible, because this summer we are hoping to head out there with some family members who enjoy cycling. It's been summer for me. I'm ready for cool weather to come back. Some parts of the world just get hit hard by that. And some people are just built differently for it as well. Like, I always enjoy hot weather now, but I'm okay in the cold. Like, I'll survive. But I feel like lately I've been transitioning more into being a warm weather person. I still sweat loads, but I'm like, I can handle that. I just prefer longer days. Sunnier days. I'm going to treat silverfish heads as junk at this point, basically. Bravi Sloth, thank you so much for the 16 months. Welcome back. Turning Californian, yeah. Can you blame me? I've been to Barcelona. I remember beautiful beaches and Sagrada Familia, which we couldn't even get into. Would like to visit Barcelona while we're in the neighborhood. The area between Bilbao and Santander seemed pretty nice all around northern Spain. Yeah, I think Bilbao or Barcelona is probably going to be like the major stops on our visit. Whichever direction we end up going in. If you like watching cycling, the Vuelta starts in Barcelona this year. We are hoping to get out into France around the time the tour is going on. Just because my father-in-law, who's the main reason we're doing this trip, loves road cycling, watches races, and I think for him, he's getting up there in years, but he's still really active. Like, he still cycles, you know, thousands of miles every year. Like, to have him in France watching the tour go by would be really, really fun. Like, that'd be such a cool thing for him to experience. Now, I've been on holiday with my parents in France. We went on like a family trip a few years ago. Maybe like 2016? Maybe around then? And we were driving through France, and the tour sort of happened to us. We got to a certain point, the road was blocked off, and we realized that it was for the race. So we just like stopped there, had a picnic by the side of the road, and waited for all of the like sponsor cars to come past, throwing madeleines out the windows. was going through some stuff the other day. We're clearing out like wardrobes, ready to put some stuff in storage, and like chucking out old documents and just creating more space for things. And I found like some fridge magnets and stuff that we'd got that had just been thrown at us from all of the race sponsors vehicles that drive past before the actual cyclists come through. Silverfish are annoying. They're one of my least favorite mobs. Occasionally those threads go around. I know IG Evan responded to one this week on Twitter that was like, what's one mob you'd remove from Minecraft if you could? And for me, it's probably Silverfish. I just wish they did something beyond just being annoying. And I feel like even their potential as like a trap block or whatever in survival just doesn't really make any sense. You mean you don't enjoy breaking random blocks and having little pests harass you? I mean, that's just my YouTube comments, but... Just kidding, YouTube, I love you. Wish people in Europe could one day understand how close you are to everything. They're sincerely an Argentinian. Well, it's really funny to me talking to my family in the United States because as somebody who's lived in the UK my entire life, in order to get basically anywhere, I've always needed to have a passport, right? Like, anytime I need to travel, I'm probably traveling outside of the UK, so a passport is necessary. Whereas, like, people who live in huge countries like the US can travel a ton in their, like, surroundings. Like, they can travel across the country, they can drive for thousands of miles and never leave the United States, so you just never need a passport. And, like, most of the people in my partner's family just didn't have passports. And I was like, that's wild to me. Like, it is wild to me getting on a plane and not needing a passport. The amount of domestic flights that happen in the US. I'm like, I almost can't understand that. Can drive 600 miles and not even leave Texas. I know. Like, my partner's family's from the Bay Area in California, like near Monterey, and you can drive 8 hours north or south in California and not be out of California, and that's just weird to me. Like, I understand it from a geographical perspective. I live on a very small island, but also it's just a different perspective. The distance from your house to the Bay Area is farther than Lisbon to Moscow. Yeah, that's just wild. That's a trip you can make in the board game Ticket to Ride. It's one of our household favorites. The European version of Ticket to Ride, specifically. How car-centric the US? Dude, me too. And all the cars are just giant. I kind of jokingly tweeted whilst I was over there that every car in California is either a Prius, a Tesla, or a monster truck. I think a couple of those probably got lost in the lava down there. That's fine. Just iron blocks. I think I got enough iron that we could replace those. While we're here, though, we might as well have a quick look. I mean, there's some diamonds down here and stuff. A lot of skeletons as well. Did I pack the torches away, or do I just genuinely not have any torches right now? Did I use up all my torches? I don't see them here. Had me panic in there for a second. I'll take the diamonds, why not? 6. That is Fortune 3 doing its basically average. Incredible reflex there. I mean, I didn't block any of the damage, so... Oh, that might actually be worth investigating, because that is a huge iron vein. I did say I wanted tough, so we might come back here. Especially considering the deep dark doesn't seem that dangerous. At least from this perspective. Looks like it might continue up there, or that might just be a patch of tough. But yeah, getting the tough from around there would be really nice. If we could kind of extend the beacon up there. Be a lot easier to clear out. Partner's waiting on his electric vehicle being made. It was supposed to be delivered end of this month and just got pushed back a month. Yeah. Yeah, our car is a plug-in hybrid, so it has the option of operating as an electric vehicle, but a much smaller range. We probably would have gone full electric, but we don't have a place to plug it in at home, so we have to charge it publicly. And the parts just took ages to come through for it to be manufactured. It's always so cool to see all those ores floating. The fun thing about 118 terrain has always been looking up and seeing diamonds in a cave. I'm like, what is this? The likelihood of that happening before was almost nil. Hey, there's another big vein of calcite, if we needed more. Oh, that's on the other side of this. That makes sense. Don't... Weird little bit of Stone Shore generation there. Ooh, hello. Ooh, love a good basin. Look at that. I like it when lush caves can come up to the surface like that. They always look so cool. Am I heading in the right direction? I am. Okay, good. R.I.P. Jimmy's Desert. I know, right? Jimmy's lucky I didn't come over there looking for sand to get the glass for Hermitopia. But I was quite invested in trading it all at that stage. Murloc King, sorry if I missed this earlier. Thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs. Don't have a way to charge it at home, but there's a quick charge 5 minutes from your house. It's an environmental scheme through his work. Nice. Always nice when work subsidizes stuff like that for them. Like I got my first proper like workhorse bike through government cycle to work scheme when I worked at Disney, and that was a good investment. Right, let's drop off some of this gubbins, and then I need to go and repair my tools, because I want my Silk Touch pickaxe back. When 120 comes out, will Empires be updating to the new version? Probably not at this stage. I say that with some degree of confidence, because, like, last time we had the opportunity to update for 1.18, we didn't. And I think, really, it comes down to the amount of mods and stuff that we use, which are not heavy mods as far as their functionality goes. Like, it's all cosmetic stuff, but updating some of that stuff to the new version when, you know, as far as the season goes, at that stage, we might be considering wrapping up. Like, that's a lot of wasted effort, it feels like. And, yeah, like, we don't know when 120 is coming out still, so, like, we know the name of the update at this point, but they're still tweaking it and doing bits and pieces, so unless they've announced something that I didn't spot yet, it seems unlikely that we're gonna know for at least another few weeks. If there's ever a Season 3, would you like to be in it? Yeah, I'll do it. I feel like I've found something that I could do on Empires in perpetuity. Like, I could keep doing this, like, lore build kind of approach that I have right now for any future Empires seasons. If people would still be cool with me doing that. Like, I just like the way this ended up, you know? I feel like there's been a good bit of burnout since Empire's videos have slowed down. Honestly, I think it was just January. Like, January and February for some reason, but I was away for half of that, so, like, I can't really vouch for anybody else either, but I feel like it was just tough for me to get momentum back after January, and January tends to be, like, when most people take a break from YouTube anyway. But, like, I'm not gonna tell... Oh, there's the rest of my torches. I'm not gonna tell people, like, when Empires is gonna end. Even if we knew, which currently we don't. Because then people start anticipating it, you know? Then people just, like... People know something's gonna end, they automatically start focusing on whatever's next. And that means they lose interest in whatever, like, finale or any kind of big stuff that happens towards the end. They're like, well, all of this is futile anyway because we're going to be moving on soon, so people get less invested. It sounds like a weird, like, angle to take, but psychologically that seems to be what happens. Never understood the obsession with when is this thing you're doing going to restart. Well, I think some people love fresh starts. You see that with people playing their own Minecraft worlds a lot of the time. You see people getting to the point where they've beaten the dragon, then they don't know what else to do, and then they restart their world. And so there's a certain amount of it that's just impatience on the part of the player. Or in this case, the audience. Where was that from? This one. I'm going to stick a bunch of the cobblestone in a grey shulker and just leave it in there for now. And that one's full as well. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think it's partly that, and it's partly sometimes people find a series like this late. Like, they find it whilst we're already, like, mid towards the end of the season kind of thing, and they go, well, this is a lot of stuff to catch up on now. if it restarts, I can be watching from the beginning. Like, if Empires picks up new viewers because of the collab with Hermitcraft, say, those people are going to have to go back and watch an entire series from every creator. And that's a lot of backlog. Not that it, you know, we don't want it to sound like it's work, but as somebody who watches Hermitcraft every week, it would be a lot of effort to get caught up on this season of Hermitcraft, right? Five deep slate coal. It's not terrible. Someone who's rewatched a campaign of Critical Role, catching up on long-form content is a fool's task. Yeah, I couldn't get into campaign 1 of Critical Role. I started watching campaign 2 and I got like 5 or 6 episodes into it and was like, there's so much of this to catch up on and I feel like I do not have the time. So I never went back to it in the end. At this point, even though they restart every so often and it's all there on YouTube to watch, Critical Role feels like something I have missed. Like I've missed the best time to get into it. I feel like it's the kind of thing that I could invest the time in trying to catch up with, but I feel like I have different ways I want to spend that time. It's a great show, but it takes concerted effort to keep up with. Yeah. What is Critical Role? It's probably the most popular actual play Dungeons and Dragons show. It's streamed, but they also publish it in podcast form if people are okay just listening in on audio. And yeah, they've been doing that for a while now. I thought the most popular was 8-Bit. Critical Role is number 2. I mean, imagine if 8-Bit Dungeons was the most popular D&D podcast. Absurd. It helps that they're all voice actors. Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, got a ton more in there as well. But at times, Empires feels like D&D in a weird way. Sort of improvising the storyline as we go, all that kind of stuff. Alright, we'll grab 2 more iron blocks. We'll head back to where that huge iron vein was. Bring an ingot with us as well, and we'll try and dig out a lot of the tuff from around there, but we'll get the iron as we go as well. Big F in the chat for the boy. Also, I haven't really shown you guys this yet, but I've started working on a bit of like a grass gradient kind of thing around here, and this is obviously going to change a little bit. We'll put in some more moss carpet, we'll add some leaves and bushes and stuff, and I want to play with the elevation a bit more, but I think from a distance, like from this angle especially, that doesn't look too bad. I think that part there looks a bit too flat, but there's some good good colors going in, I think. And this part of the plateau is going to be a bit more lush because there's going to be more water. But they kind of... This castle ended up controlling which way the water went a little bit more. So the rest of the area around here is kind of drier. Not like they're purposefully withholding water from the town or anything, but... Ooh, ooh, hello. Take a second. Chunks are loading a little slow. That has me concerned. Just gonna open those coordinates up. Oh yeah, I should go and repair my tools, huh? I am like the AA for Ollie. And not Alcoholics Anonymous, that's a different thing. Why is everything loading so slowly? Oh, he's on the bridge. Ollie! What have you done?
Did anybody leave any wings? Surely somebody would have left wings.
Where's your stuff?
Pix!
Where's your stuff?
The thing is, I came in from above for some reason. I must have just fallen through a crack that you left. Bad design. And then I tried to open my wings at the last second, sort of like a parachute, like a Mission Impossible thing. Not that that's what I was doing. And then I crash landed and exploded. So it's kind of just on top of one of the farms, I think.
Oh, okay. On top of one of the farms, but you don't know which one.
No, you'll see him when you go up, I think. It's like, I got a good fall. It was kind of like, what's the thing? The mini game where the dropper, where you drop.
Right.
It's like the dropper. I got a good distance down, but it's like, I think
Is
it's
that
on the
your
next...
stuff going through the storage system? All the carrots.
Wait.
Let's F3 and B so we can... Oh yeah, I see how he died now. Okay, it's not that. That's a rabbit's foot. I don't think he was carrying one of the... Oh, no, he maybe was. Okay. Ollie, there's bits of you everywhere.
Yeah, I know it. The thing is about me is that I had a very full inventory. Not something you'd expect from me, but, you know, needs must.
I found
How's
your
it going?
fireworks, but not your wings.
Okay, it might be further up. That might just be some of the bits that fell.
Okay.
I think it would have landed. I hit a big square bit, so any bits that are like on lower levels probably fell through the cracks.
I have a pickaxe and an axe so far, and you've been killing rabbits?
Yeah, I had it. So a funny noise gave me a quest to get soup, and rabbits are a type of soup. There's lore afoot, Pix. There's lore afoot.
Okay, all right.
Separate to the building thing that I came to you for, a thing started making noises at me, and then I had to start doing things. And turns out, questing for rabbits, not as safe as you'd imagine.
Fair enough. You might want to stand in this item stream for a little while, just in case any of your stuff is in it. Ignore all the carrots and stuff, but there might be some of it.
I actually needed carrots. That's why I came into here.
I see. Okay, I found the rest of him. There's the wings. The best solution to Ollie sometimes is to fly away mid-sentence. Okay, there's some stuff on top of here as well. Oh, right, okay, that's definitely where he died. Yeah, great. Okay, mysterious note by question mark. Oh, this is going to be a delight, isn't it? So he wanted the bowls and stuff. He's got gunpowder on him. How many rockets does this man fly with, honestly? I've been feeding him rockets constantly. Okay, let's hop onto this and throw all of that in there. He's got 7 kinds of food on him, which makes sense if he's making rabbit stew. I won't deny him that. Oh, and now there are phantoms inside of Hermitopia, no less. Incredible. These glass blocks mean nothing to you? Hilarious. Okay, the loot. He's got Ace of Spades. He's got a crossbow, I guess. What's this mysterious note? Greetings, musical creature. Your tunes warm our heart, but we are frozen to the bone. Please bring one of every soup and stew. Every soup and stew to our camp at the top of the snowy mountains and warm them on our campfire. What? Bizarre. The cobbled deep slate is definitely him. He's probably brought the dirt as well. So yeah, that's, I think, all of his gubbins.
We don't have time to read lore, Pix. We're on a despawn timer.
Yeah, I think I just saw some food despawn, but I have the rest of your stuff.
I'm back. What did you say?
Oh no, there's some of it on here.
Is that stuff I just threw out? Oh no, that is some of my stuff. Okay.
So that is what I was able to get.
That's pretty good. I mean, you got the wings, and you got all of my armor, so I'm not going to complain.
Oh, was that all of your armor? Okay, good.
Wait, my hat! No! Wait, my custom hat!
Oh,
I can't remake that. That's not canon.
Well, that was all I was able to gather. I'll do another quick fly around, but
I'll also do a fly around now. I've got the wings on.
Yeah, I think stuff has despawned now. It's been like 5 minutes, I'm sure. And he's been here constantly. Ah, the bits of Grumbot. Do like to be inside of a robotic brain for a bit. Right. I've done my bit. I'm going away. Assuming he didn't want any of this. Although he's there for carrots and potatoes and beetroot and stuff, so... We'll put the rest of it in here. He knows what he's doing. Ollie needs to be put in a baby Bjorn and carried around.
God, we're two sides of the same coin, you and I. Two sides of a mirror.
I think I've found everything that I could find.
What? The stuff that you've already given me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had a full inventory. I'd left all my shulker chests at home.
The leftover carrots and potatoes and stuff I just put in this chest down here. If you hop on
down. I'm coming down.
The chest over there by the pumpkin that says all the items above it, I just put it in there.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, I was. I see. You say you read my lore. What did you see?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. You were just given that by
something. Like a sound. Yeah, a sound that just popped in my inventory. I was doing sort of a seance thing where I was like, make 2 noises for yes and 3 for no, and then they just gave me a book, which kind of defied the whole point of the cool seance bit. But
yes or no questions are not complicated enough for the task that they apparently have for you.
No, which is bring a bunch of soup. I've got the rabbit now. I think I cook potatoes and then it's carrot and mushroom. People were saying.
Yeah, brown mushroom, I think.
Okay, they don't have brown mushroom here. Seems. Where would that be? Where can one find mushroom? I need mushroom for stew anyway, for a mushroom stew.
Yeah, go to a dark oak forest and just break it with an axe.
Is there any nearby?
There's probably a few. Yeah, I think there's one near Lizzie's.
Ooh. Near Lizzie's. So Animalia behind Animalia. Okay. Maybe I will go have a peruse. And then what's the other? I need beetroots. Would they have a beetroot farm?
And then, I mean, suspicious stew is a thing as well. So
is that flowers?
Yeah, you need flowers and just 2 types of mushrooms.
Okay. So just everything needs mushroom. So I need mushroom.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I will journey back out.
I think you can trade it from farmers as well, but I don't know if you want to bother with that. Or if you want to
don't have emeralds. I'm broke.
I mean, there might be emeralds in there. You're just gonna leave this wide open.
Sorry, yeah. There might also be a hole in the top. Not related to me, but I thought I'd let you know. Goodbye now.
All right. Well, we might as well fix that while we're here. I like that you can tell people have died around here because of the amount the skulk has spread. I mean, either that or mobs have died around here trying to get to the villages, which seems more likely, actually, now that I think about it. I tell you what, it is borderline impossible to tell. Oh, no, he has broken in there. I can see that. I was going to say, it's a little difficult to tell where somebody might have broken into this because the transparency of the glass actually kind of makes my head hurt a little bit. But, yeah, that's fine. We've done that now. We can leave. Honestly, Hermitopia's been in an impregnable glass case for a while. It's incredible that people have still managed to get in so successfully. Lots of birds flying into the glass. Yeah. I still don't know what's going on with chunk loading. I feel like the server is a little taxed right now. I don't know why. Could have been fun to inform him there are 9 kinds of suspicious stew. I mean, I don't know if they'll want him to bring... I mean, who are they even? Like, I have no idea who's done this. There's lots of lore going on that I'm not part of. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be required to bring everything to whoever this is. Or is it for the egg? It's probably for the egg. Tried logging off and on again. I mean, don't know if that typically helps. I don't think it's a client-side thing. Oh, yeah, like, because Ollie was at Hermitopia, that might be why. I can see that being why. Well, now hopefully we've cleared out all of the items that were going around that water stream. Hopefully that's better. Time to turn those all the way down. Yeah, who cares what he actually needs? We could have just confused him. Yeah, that's true. He could have gone around picking one of every kind of flower. Hometopia has a ton of entity lag. Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, there's all those villagers in there, and I know they've done some work to try and limit their pathfinding AI, but still. Pig's being such a nice guy. Honestly, the thing is, right, when it comes to people losing their items, especially on this server, it just slows content down. And that's the worst thing. Like, having to... There's only so many times, if you're one of the more accident-prone people, there's only so many times you can make an episode where it's like, well, I've got to get all my stuff back now, and, like, that's not stream content when your stream content is primarily, hey, let me build this big thing made out of calcite and mangrove, or whatever it is Ollie's got planned. So, yeah, I kind of think if I can help out, then I want to, because it means people aren't missing out on the opportunity to create what they want to create. Anyway, I've still got these open, but Vixen, thank you for the 49 months. Pixies Emma, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate the resub. Has the server ever considered turning off drop items at death? Or, I mean, turning keep inventory on? I don't think that's something we necessarily want to do, because I think it's more fun roleplay-wise if there's the possibility to, like, I don't know, steal people's items and stuff. Like, that's a possibility, even when, you know, we're not always that keen on... There we go, it's gone. We're not always that keen on losing equipment and stuff, but it feels like at that point there are no stakes to dying. So, I mean, in this case, it's just given me and Ollie a good excuse to go and interact on stream, even though we already had, right? So I think there's some upsides, there's some benefits. Let's see where I respawn. Yeah, thought so. Whip has been doing work on Spawn, by the way, so minor spoilers here, but this looks incredible. I really want to help out, but I'm also working on my own landscaping stuff and, like, potentially lore builds for people once I get a video done, so there's just so much stuff. I'm always disappointed when Ollie doesn't... Oh, yeah, I forget the museum screams at me. It's just such a nice roof to land on, and then the security system is on. So it's disappointed when Ollie doesn't burst into song. It's not spoilers, he's been streaming the whole process. Oh, good. Okay, good. Glad that I'm not spoiling too much. Did I leave the bed in here? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I do want to have that. And now my stuff is repaired. Anything else I need to think about? Nope. Let's go back to the coordinates. Delta Avenue. Yes, the survival guide will be back at some point. I wanted it to be back sooner, but I've had dental pain to figure out, which is now resolved, and now my keyboard is broken, so editing videos takes longer, and I'm kind of rushed with a few other projects, but I would like to start the survival guide again soon. I'm not going to start a new series, I'm just going to continue season 2, and if nothing else, like, once 1.20 gets released, I'll be making survival guide videos about that, because Empires probably won't be updating, but it's dead easy to make tutorials about new content. You just go, hey, here's how you can find a desert temple with suspicious sand in it, and then you get sniffer eggs, and then we do an episode about sniffers, and it just, like, it's easy stuff to make the small tutorials. Like, where survival guide is at right now, though, means larger projects, and it's so difficult to split my time between that and Empires, because both are large projects. Like, this is why I don't do multiple vanilla series too often, because it just means I end up putting half my effort into both, or 100% of my effort into one, and I really prefer giving 100% to something, especially in Empire's case, because there are other people involved in this project. So it really feels like if I'm giving 100% to Empire's, then everybody else's effort feels, you know, like it. We're all balancing that quite well. Is this broken keyboard the new one I've just bought? Yes. Yeah, I don't know how it happened exactly, because I don't think I spilled anywhere near the area where the broken keys are. But I spilled tea on it during a bingo stream, and then the Control, Windows, and Alt keys just stopped working. So a replacement should be arriving tomorrow. And that's my bad. Yes, Bruno, somebody said bingo, but it wasn't me, so don't worry about it. Bruno's PB is now 1 minute 40 shorter than mine is. So expect bingo streams at some stage, but probably not this week because I have too much stuff to do on Empires. But yeah, Bruno's almost got a sub 40 now, and that's great. I think sub 40 is probably going to be like a really good time. I was honestly expecting it to be way more like sub-hour as the goal for a while. But turns out if you get a good spawn in bingo, then you are off to the races pretty quickly. Okay, other side of this, I think, was where we get down into the caves. Yeah, this is looking familiar. Good. Good, 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 good. Through the waterfall. Down here by this patch of deep dark. There is our iron vein. So now we want to set up the beacon probably like here. Counting on you for lowering the time. I need an excuse for more bingo streams. Well, say no more. I'll get right on it. Yeah, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be a protective platform, so that creepers and zombies and stuff don't end up walking up on top of me whilst I'm mining out this iron vein. But it seems to basically end here. Like, there's a bit of deep dark mixed in there, but that tuff doesn't have any iron in it. There's one there, which might be where it continues. But none of that looks especially iron veiny, so I think it'll probably continue that way. That's my hope, at least. Can see all of chat in the retirement home playing bingo. We'll still be playing Minecraft bingo, though. That's the weird thing. Oh yeah, we can't do that until we open this up. So that's 4194, 1515. $41.94. Of course it's underwater. Great. Let's go up to the source of this. Take care of it here. Like, I love this waterfall look. Like, it's always really nice having a waterfall down the side of these ice mountains. It just adds that layer of blue to the packed ice section of the mountain. But honestly, yeah, like, I need to not have water falling down into my beacon. 4194, 1515 is like right here. The water wouldn't block the beacon beam or anything, but it just makes this whole process less convenient. Well, having respiration means it's not too bad. And then we got down there safely, I suppose. So that's fine. Actually, mining out the iron vein, though, is going to be a problem. Where was I when Club Penguin died? I didn't work for them anymore, so I was probably at home working for a different company. Turn block sounds up a little bit, just so I know where stuff is coming from. And now, I guess we're going to fortune this, because I don't want Silk Touch Deep Slate. We'll get all of the raw iron, and tough, it doesn't matter what we mine it with. Like, I'm not expecting to use too much of this raw iron, but it's too fun of an opportunity to pass up, because I don't tend to mine out these huge iron veins very often, and less frequently when I have a beacon. Which means you can just tear through all of this. There's so much iron in these, though. And obviously these patches of tough are kind of nice to have. Interesting how the raw ores are more precious because you have to actually mine them. Yeah. Yeah, like raw ore blocks are definitely way more valuable than regular iron blocks. Alright, I can close this now. Seamus, thanks so much for the 8 months. 7 months, sorry. I was reading Delta Avenue with the 8 months. Let's throw down some shulkers. There's my torches. Still have this one on me. So I'll put that one away. Start to collect tough in one, and then we'll grab this one for all of the raw iron. Which obviously we can craft into raw iron blocks to save a bit of space. So maybe we'll keep that on us. And then a purple one for all of the miscellaneous gubbins. Gotta make sure not to fortune my ender chest as well. I've only got one of them here right now. Yeah. We'll continue this way. But this is at Y53, so it's not going to go any deeper than this, really. It also seems unlikely that that deep dark is going to lead into like an ancient city or something, so hopefully we should be okay. Yeah, my gamma is up. We can probably increase that a touch so we don't have to light this whole thing up for you guys to see it. My streams for the past 2 years, you didn't miss much. Not so much a jacket as it is a cardigan with a hood. It's cozy. The fabric is actually a little bit more coarse as far as like knitted stuff goes. Like it's not super soft, but it is very warm. Pets would destroy something like that. I mean, we had a couple of cats for a while, and they weren't unkind to knitwear. Depends what kind of pets you have, I suppose. Geordie, no, this is a private SMP. But if you're looking for people to play with, I did recommend it earlier. If you go to Reddit's MC servers page, they have a bunch of multiplayer servers that are looking for new members to join if you want to play in a long-term world. If you just want to, like, hop into a public SMP, though, there's a whole bunch of them out there. And I think there's a fair amount of streamers who do play with their communities, although some of them might have like a join policy where they have to get to know you in chat before they'll just let you into their world. That is not the case with this one. Have a St. Bernard mix. I spent a fortune on lint rollers. Yeah, that's fair. Like, those are big dogs as well. One thing that always makes me laugh about the difference between American English and British English is the difference in pronunciation of names. And so, Americans saying Bernard. Like, there's a character in the first couple of seasons of Lost whose name is Bernard, and he is, I think, Rose's husband. But then, what's his name? The guy who plays Merry in Lord of the Rings, his name escapes me. Dominic Monaghan, that's the guy. Dominic Monaghan's character just calls him Bernard the whole time, and it's like... It's one of those weird situations where you feel like if somebody introduced themselves as Bernard, you would keep calling them Bernard, even though in British English that's Bernard. I don't know, man. Just makes me laugh. Crag instead of Craig. Yeah, it's more like Craig. It's like C-R-E-G, Craig. It gets bad enough to the point where some people think that people named Craig are named Greg. That's always a great conversation to have with someone. I'm like, who the heck is Greg? Or the word / name Basil. Yeah, Basil and Basil. Yeah. Oh, that's going to kill the beacon if we don't. Fix that. Nailed it. Still got haste 2. Yeah, we all know Greg is the egg version of Grian. The egg form of Grian. Egg brackets informal. Egg brackets derogatory. I mean, if this is deep dark, then nothing's going to spawn there anyway, so I don't know why I'm lighting it up so much, but... The biggest difference is aubergine and eggplant? Well, yes. That's us adopting the French word. And Americans being like freedom fries about it. The funniest French to English conundrum for me is cor anglais, which is, if you're familiar with an instrument that's called an oboe, it's basically like a larger version of an oboe in the same way that a viola is a larger version of a violin, right? Except in basically every other language that is called an English horn or whatever English horn is in the local language, right? In France, it is called an English horn. And only in English is it called a cor anglais, which is French for English horn. So you're like, what? That's just the way they decided to name that instrument, and it's very confusing. It's not a bassoon. Bassoons are the larger version of a cor anglais. They're like the next stage up. It's like the difference between a tenor and a baritone saxophone, I guess. The thing about those skulk particles, like the skulk sensor sound or vibration particles, is that occasionally they appear in such a way that they kind of look like diamonds have just been broken, like at the end of whatever tunnel you're digging. If you're digging like that and something blue pops out, you immediately go, oh, a diamond. I've dug into a diamond vein by mistake. Turns out, nope. As a clarinetist in high school, always wished I'd got into double reeds. Clarinet's cool, though. I feel like jazz clarinet is one of the cooler instruments you can play. And I say that as a former saxophonist. Wish I'd had the opportunity to play jazz clarinet back in high school. It's all about having the right teachers as well. Like, if you've got a teacher who's interested in teaching you jazz clarinet, then that rules. My saxophone teacher was an absolute legend. As a former cellist, it's impossible to be cool playing an instrument that's bigger than you. I mean, depends how you're defining cool. Because I think cellists are very cool. I think also double bass players might disagree, because all bass players are cool, regardless of whether it's upright bass or if it's like fretless bass. They're all very cool. Harpist also cool. So I mentioned on the previous stream that I've been getting into this band called Polyphia, who are like shredders. They're like virtuoso guitarists. But there was somebody who did a cover of one of their recent songs on a traditional Chinese instrument, which I think is called like a guangzhou or something like that. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. I might not even remember the name of the instrument correctly. But like, that was wild looking. And the way the instrument is strung and the way it's played is just a guzheng. Is that what it is? Yeah, I absolutely transposed the words. Yeah, that's like next level stuff. And yeah, this guzheng player did a cover of the Polyphia song "Playing God" on that, and oh man, it sounds really cool. It's like a table, like a yeah. So it's like if you took all of the keys and frame and stuff off of a piano, so you just had the strings, but the strings are like effectively bent around a series of upright poles, or kind of like post little cards or whatever, so that they come down on the other side, and you can bend notes by putting pressure on the other half of the string. It's fascinating, but it's kind of like a dulcimer, except you play it with your fingers instead of hammers. Yeah, and there's so much like nuance to playing it, and it's really, really cool. But to play anything complex on it requires a lot of manual dexterity, and this performer's absolutely nailing it. Yeah, it's like a harp. Yeah, it's like a harp laying on its side with more stuff in it. But yeah, absolutely nuts, and what a cover. Found a Twitch streamer who plays rock and metal songs on traditional Chinese instruments, and it sounds way better than I imagined. I think it's always just fascinating seeing people playing traditional instruments anyway, like playing instruments which are not typical orchestral instruments is always going to be fascinating to watch to begin with, because the technique required for many of them is so interesting and different. It has several bridges. Yeah, that's the word. I couldn't think of the word bridges, but yes. Yeah, and so like let me try and find a picture of it. Hang on. Sorry, it's gonna pause for a second while I tab out. Guzheng. Yeah, it's like let me grab this picture and put it in. It's like this. Like, how cool is that? And the one this performer had like a whole separate section where it was strung in a different direction. So there was presumably like multiple octaves you could play in. Sorry, my Windows sound, not yours. Really cool. Like, so fascinating, all of that. As the result of a piano and a violin had a child, but the one who raised the child was a harp. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure which direction the iron vein has gone now. Sometimes it tends to, like, disappear into the deep slate blocks, and then you find it in a completely different direction. But I think this is just a tough blob. So that's not going to take us towards the iron again. Again, the iron is not really the objective, but it's nice. Guzheng scenes in Kung Fu Hustle are incredible. I haven't seen Kung Fu Hustle in the longest time, I can't remember. Hi, Lizzie. Oh, hi, Lizzie. Continue the other side of the tough blob that's in the cave. I don't know. There's a couple of blocks of iron over there, but I don't know if those are related. Oh, this might be, you know. Oh, good. It's time for my favorite mobs. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it actually be cool if silverfish that you got in Deep Slate were a different color? Like, they looked more like the Deep Slate than they did the stone. I feel like that'd be cool. But expecting cool stuff from silverfish is asking a lot, so... There's gold over there, but not iron. They dropped silverfish scales you could use to make chain armor. Nobody wears chain armor anyway, so I feel like that wouldn't be all that worthwhile. Certainly not worth fighting silverfish for. And we do already have chains, yeah, true. No, that wasn't the name of the cover I found. Where is the... I'll go to my YouTube history and find it. Moyun. M-O-Y-U-N. The channel is called Moyun Official, I guess. While I'm here, I might as well get some more deep slate, because we've got the beacon set up, and you're never going to insta-mine deep slate, so... It seems unlikely that I will ever be able to get it faster than this. That's a full shulker box of tough, basically. If I take the deep slate out of here... I said out of here. There we go. Almost a full shulker of tough. There's a little bit more in the ceiling if we want to get it. Michel Kwan was the artist that you were looking for. Huh? There's a lot of very talented people out there. Another pocket of tough. Not the iron vein, though. Oh, she has Metallica covers? That's cool. Yeah, again, like, covering any kind of modern music on traditional instruments always gets me interested. Like, it's always so fascinating. Especially if it's done well, which most of the time it is. Oh, Fwip has something important to tell Ollie. And then he left. The invitation to the Olapelago was just a step too far. Some covers I was obsessed with for a while, they were Greek covers, maybe Roman. Some traditional Roman instruments. Speaking of Greek songs, this is tangentially related, but I don't know if anybody has been into Eurovision enough that they've seen any of this year's Eurovision Song Contest entries at this point. Because I feel like most of the time before this, I would only ever hear about, like, maybe what the UK was doing, and then I'd see all of the Eurovision entries from other countries just, like, on the night. But this year, I mean, for the last couple of years, really, like, some people in my friend group have known about some of the songs beforehand, and my partner has been getting into some of it as well. And so I've seen Finland's entry for Eurovision this year, and it's absurdly catchy. Like, it's quite good. So I recommend, if you can catch Finland's entry. Should watch Croatian 2023. It's very interesting. Okay, cool. I will give that a look. Yes, not tip. I'm still streaming for like 3 hours, so we're probably going to be wrapping up here really soon. Tomorrow, as I mentioned before, for folks who weren't here earlier, me and Zloy XP are going to be streaming his first playthrough of Elden Ring, starting tomorrow. We're starting at 6 PM, and it is going to be a mature stream, rated 18+ for game content, because there's a lot of violence and horror imagery in Elden Ring, so I want to let people know that it's not going to be like the usual family-friendly Minecraft stuff. It's kind of like Pearl is playing through The Last of Us right now, which is also an 18+ game. Pearl isn't going to be like swearing up a storm on those streams, but the game is still going to be something you'll want to be cautious about watching if you're with kids. So just to let you folks know. We are going to be co-streaming, so I'll be streaming on my channel and Zloy will be live on his. We'll have like a multi-Twitch link going and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be really fun. I have played through that game a couple of times, and I think we're starting new characters for that, so it's going to be hilarious. Hey Dish! How you doing? You back from Florida now? I presume you are. Elden Ring will be so much fun. I'm very excited. I think Zloy is going to be starting with a prisoner character with like the Dex Int build, and I'm going to be probably a Faith Strength build because I'm getting into that. Like I've started, my first character was very much a Dex build, and then I got Moonveil, and so I was like, okay, I can probably build for intelligence and use some of the spells and stuff as well. But recently I've been super into starting as a confessor, getting buffs and a big sword and just hitting stuff, and I'm enjoying that immensely. So we're not going to go like full on strength build giant rock hammer kind of thing, but I'm looking forward to playing a character that I would not normally play. I feel like if I had the opportunity, if I was just gonna play through the game the same way I played through it again, I absolutely would. Like if I could just main Moonveil or like katanas in general and have like a Bleed Frost build going on, then I probably would. But I think the Confessor build is gonna be really fun. Yeah, I don't know if Zloy is going to be remaking the Hatsune Miku character, but it was definitely a good start. Definitely in the spirit of Elden Ring meme builds everywhere. I tend to make characters who really feel like they fit in with the world a lot more than the kind of let me make the weirdest looking abomination possible approach to character building in those games, but I think it's going to be funny if, like, I don't know, I'm the straight man in the relationship. Which I am in some relationships, to be fair. A friend is doing a Bleed Frost build on his first playthrough. Damage potential is insane. It's some of the easiest build to play if you just want to go up and slash some stuff and then watch it all come together. Is the mystery to your sub badge even real? Not at this point, no. Made mine after Gojo. Nice. I feel like you could do a lot of really, really entertaining stuff with, like, casting and all of the moon-based magic that's in that. What up, Zloy? He has been summoned. But yeah, I'm more excited for this Elden Ring stream than I have been for most other things recently. And I feel like it was good that I know a bit about the game first, so I'm not going to be completely lost and or play terribly on camera, because my first playthrough I died so much. I've made asset singular. How do you get on with Faith the other day? I popped in for a little bit, but I don't know if you like finished it. I gather you got an ending, but not the ending or something. I've made assets brackets derogatory. that why I haven't uploaded an Empires episode? No, I haven't uploaded an Empires episode because I had dental pain for a while, and then my keyboard stopped working properly. And a lot of the stuff I'm doing on Empires right now is larger projects that demand more time. So yeah, I've not uploaded an Empires episode for a number of reasons. None of them, you know, particularly a problem, but been streaming from Empires with some regularity, but we also got distracted from that by Minecraft Bingo being in 119, so. How are the tooths? Tooths are fine. Turns out I had an issue with my wisdom teeth just irritating my gums, and I just took some antibiotics for a week and I was fine, but it was a little painful for a while. It's been cleared up for a few days, though. Finished it off camera. Turns out the final boss was a sudden bullet hell level. Oh, good! I love when games do that. But it seemed like a really interesting format for a game, and like the sound design on it is wild. It's kind of like creepypasta game with 8-bit and bit crushed sounds. I'm like amazed that there was somehow also voice acting in it, despite the fact that the voice acting was being done by synthesizers. It kind of reminded me of the there's equipment that they take on like ghost hunting shows. I think it's they have it on Shane and Ryan's new show Ghost Files. It's like an Ovilus, and it like picks up electrical signals and translates them into like consonant vowel combinations, so it'll go ear, or ear, and it was like that constantly, but in the form of actual words. Cursed, yeah, absolutely cursed. So I think I have once again lost the Iron Vein. But at this point, we're getting close to the end of stream, so I'll probably go and drop all of this stuff off at base. We will maybe do a little bit of moss gathering, because I do have a ton of bone meal now, so I can effectively gather moss whilst I continue to dig out a slime chunk near my base. How one of the characters just has a gun on him. Yeah. The old preacher with a gun archetype. Which reminds me, I need to watch the new Trigun series. I've heard good things about it, and one of the animators I follow from, like, back when I used to watch Rooster Teeth stuff now works for the studio that made the new Trigun show, so... Was just gonna say that? Yeah. Yeah, I watched the original Trigun ages ago. But Stampede looks like it's gonna be a fun take on it. It always seemed like a show that had a bit more explaining to do than it actually did during the run of the show. But I watched Trigun just after I watched Cowboy Bebop, and I feel like they're sort of similar shows in a sense, like tonally, I think. But obviously very different in terms of subject matter and stuff. The sort of space western vibe they have going on. Think of Shane and Ryan partying with Nighttime Dan. I love that show. I can't wait for more Ghost Files. Only seen AMVs. Those are amazing AMVs. Do I watch Too Many Spirits? Yeah, they have a new series of that now, right? A new season. And they have a Mystery Files coming up soon. Yeah, it makes sense, because some of the stuff they did for BuzzFeed Supernatural was more like unexplained mystery, like alien sightings and stuff like that, instead of it strictly being the ghost hunting stuff. So it's kind of cool that they're coming back to that as well. Yeah, I do like the format of Too Many Spirits. Got some tough. We've got some more tough. And then we've got all the good stuff in here. Bridge Demons. This is my bridge now, Goat Man. Children will tell tales of me. Alright, so we have just about managed to replace all of the resources that Ollie took from me at the beginning of the stream. And hey, we got a few more diamonds and stuff as well. I'll take it. Am I a Shaniac or a Pukara? I'm definitely a Shaniac. Like, I like to believe on some level that there is a spiritual component to life. I just don't necessarily believe in the manifestation of ghosts as part of that. Places can have a weird energy for me, but I don't necessarily think of it as ghosts. Demi Experience, thank you so much for the 7 months. And Blacksteel, thank you for gifting a sub to Zloy earlier. I appreciate that. Alrighty, folks. I think we're going to leave it there. I will do a bit more moss farming off camera. And let's settle on the shoulder of our friend here. And we'll continue a bit more of this. We might do a bit more building on Thursday. I think I'm okay for resources now. So we should be able to continue getting on with this. We've got some stone, some cobble. I'll get more mossy cobble farmed up. And that'll do. I also want to get some mud and mud bricks for like the base of the wall in some points. We're going to do a mix of mud and moss. I think that'll look quite good. Maybe some rooted dirt in there as well. Alright, that's where we'll leave it for today though, folks. We're going to be raiding somebody here on Twitch, so stick around for the raid. It's always nice to spread the love around the Minecraft community. I'm sure a few of our friends are live still. I know Ollie said he was going to stream until somebody booked him a spot at the Pokemon Cafe. So that might still be going on. Yeah, no, he's live. Let's go raid Ollie. It's his last Empire stream before he goes to Japan. And that's over at the Archipelago. So you can use your Pixel Hype emotes in the hashtag PixelRaid to go and show some love to Ollie. Once again, we're going to be streaming Elden Ring tomorrow, probably starting around 6 PM UK time, so 3 hours later than normally. Actually, around like now, but tomorrow is when we'll be doing it. 18 plus stream, but should be a good time. We'll just be goofing around, having a laugh. And if you're interested in watching something completely different, my partner is in the other room streaming the usual stuff with fountain pens and stationery, writing out the entirety of Lord of the Rings by hand over at twitch.tv/celeryman. So you can go and check that out if you want to. But adult language warning over there as well. Right, I'll see you guys again soon. Well, if not tomorrow, then on Thursday for more Minecraft stuff. Penguin, thank you so much for the last minute Prime sub. Appreciate you. Take care. Have a good one. Bye for now.